Hey, hi. In this video, I'm going to show you how to send an automated email or notification on CloudWatch alarms using CloudTrail and CloudWatch log groups. As you see in this PPT depicts my demo. Here, I'm going to show you like how you can use the two logging services that AWS gives, that is Amazon CloudTrail and Amazon CloudWatch, right? With using these, how we can generate a customized alarms, and that alarm can be notified with using an email, with using again with using the AWS SNS service, right? So as you see in this this design diagram depicts my demo. Here, as usual in my videos, I'm going to walk you through the complete demo into two parts. In the first part, I'm going to walk you through the complete how does this design works with using this design diagram. In the second part, I'm going to show you how you can set up these configurations, and at the end we see that an automated email is set, or automated email is sent to the particular user or particular subscriber when there is a particular event happens in the AWS, right? And those events are being tracked in conjunction with using Amazon CloudTrail and Amazon CloudWatch, right? All right, so before I walk you through the first phase of a demo, a kind request: please do subscribe my channel. That would really encourage me a lot. So with that note, let's directly jump to this first part. Yeah, so here, as I said, we are using Amazon CloudTrail and CloudWatch. So basically, these are the very important service of AWS, which actually helps you for logging. So logging at the API level, and logging at the data plane level, yeah, or your service level logging, right? So all these capabilities are being provided by the Amazon CloudTrail and the AWS CloudWatch respectively. So here, what we're going to do is, in my AWS account, we're going to set Amazon CloudTrail first, and that CloudTrail will have the log groups. We try to push those CloudTrails to a CloudWatch log groups, which will be created in the same region. On top of the CloudWatch log groups, we're going to create a metric filter, and that metric filter is meant to filter a particular event from the from the CloudWatch log groups. So as you know, the CloudWatch log groups is nothing but a container which actually collects a set of the logs. That's the reason it is called as a CloudWatch log groups. So a metric filter will be configured on that CloudWatch log groups, which will actually filter out the event which we care about, right? And that metric filter will be used by another feature underneath the CloudWatch called as alarm. So we're going to configure an alarm saying like, whenever the event belongs to this metric filter occurs for this particular period of time and particular number of time, then we need a notification. So here the notification is, we want to have a notification in the form of an email, right? So email services could be provided by SES and SNS, right? So in that case, here I'm going to use SNS, which is easy to configure, and it is like it gives a flexibility that you can opt in, that is subscribe or unsubscribe, right? All right, so basically whenever there is an alarm or whenever there is an alert is being generated, that alert will be sent to the destination, that is an email address inbox with using SNS. Yeah, so basically this is the scenario that I'm going to show you in this video from scratch to end. Okay, so hold tight and be patient. We're going to walk you through this complete flow, yeah, seeing like how you can configure from here to here. And this is this is actually a AWS user who actually sees that there is an event happen, there is an alert for him to to take care of. Yeah, all right, so I'm going to take you to my AWS account. So this is my AWS account. As you see, this is my AWS account. Currently I'm in Amazon S3 service. I'm going to take you to the another tab, which is actually, again, this is my another tab of my account. Here I have opened CloudTrail service page, and currently we are in the CloudTrail. Similarly, I have another tab where I have opened the CloudWatch. Here are also we're going to see some configurations will be done. Finally, I have the another tab been opened, that is Amazon SNS. Okay, so don't get confused when I do a switch between these two tabs. Remember that I'm in a North Virginia region, and this is my only one account. Yeah, all right. So with that, now we need to, as per our design diagram, we need to create a CloudTrail. So let's go and create a CloudTrail for us. Yeah, okay. So here, so if you go to the CloudTrail page, there is a trail here. Click on that and click on the trail, right? And then you need to give a name of your CloudTrail. So basically, what is the CloudTrail is, actually, as I said, CloudTrail is a container which actually captures the the activity, the captures the API actions that is happening in your account will be captured and logged in a particular form of container, which is actually backend is S3 buckets. Okay, so S3 bucket is a container which actually holds the or keeps the track of the the transaction, the track of the event that is happening in your account. Okay, so that is our basically the activity logging, right? So whatever the activity happening through the APIs, basically under the hood, backend for AWS is nothing but API. Every action is an API invocation, right? So all those API actions will be tracked and stored in a Amazon S3 bucket, and that is what actually the CloudTrail does here, right? So let me give the name of my CloudTrail here that is CloudQuake Labs demo, which is my channel name, yeah. And then it says enable for all account. I don't want to opt in that. Then go for the storage location. So yes, I need to create a S3 bucket. And as you see here, currently I don't have any S3 bucket, so this trail will do a bucket for me as well. It will create a bucket for me and maintain the folder structure required for it. Basically, CloudTrail has the capability to manage the create a bucket, create a folder structure, and track the track the logs or the trails in the form of further folder structure as well. Yeah. So here we have the log the file encryption. It's asking, do you need an encryption of those logs? I say no. Yeah, because this is a demo, but in production maybe you need to opt in the encryption, okay, which is recommended, but for this demo it is not required. Our aim is to how to generate an alarm through the CloudWatch log groups. That's the main aim here. So log file validation, I just keep it default. Then we go for the CloudWatch log group. So this is an optional, since our demo is related to the CloudWatch logs and the CloudWatch alarms. So we must enable CloudWatch log groups. Okay. So basically what I do is I'm going to keep the CloudWatch log group name as it is being generated by the CloudWatch by this CloudTrail. Yeah. And we go to the next option. So the next option is IAM role. So it needs an IAM role. The AWS CloudTrail assumes this role and tries to push the CloudWatch logs to this particular log group. Okay. That's the reason it needs an IAM role. Yeah. So then the role name has to be given here. Let me give the role name as CloudQuake Labs demo. Yeah, so I'm gonna give this name CloudQuake Lab demo, that is CloudWatch alarms. Yeah, so CloudWatch alarms. So we're gonna give this name. So now I will click on next, and here you see the events, the type of events that a trail wants to collect. That is it actually has a management event. If you see here, management captures the operations performed on your AWS resources, which is basically, as I said, it is the activity that is happening on your account, on AWS account, will be tracked. That is a management events. Similarly, at data event also it can capture, insight also it can capture. For now I'm good with only management account, so I'm gonna go ahead and click on the create a trail for me. Yeah, so once the trails is been created, basically it takes 2 or 3 minutes. We need to wait for that much time. I'm gonna go through these the creation without stop, so have a patience and try to capture what is all happening. Okay, so that you understand actually how the configuration has to be done one after the other, and really you experience the real-time hands-on lab. Okay, basically my video is meant for hands-on experiencing, right, which is I call it as a labs. Yeah, so here you go, the it has created a trail for us and looks to be it has started the work. Okay, so when the trail is created, we should see an S3 bucket created for us. If I go to the buckets, here you go. So the bucket has been created, and if I open this bucket, so this is the the AWS CloudTrail logging bucket. And if I go to this one, so for this account, so it has started to create a trails as well, right? So currently it has not yet started it. Yeah, so we should be seeing this soon actually. So as I said, it's gonna take some couple of minutes to start streaming the logs. Yeah, so we're gonna go back to the to the CloudWatch. Now I'm switching back to the CloudWatch service page. So this is the CloudWatch service page. Yeah. And here again, so CloudWatch is CloudWatch is a region-based service. CloudTrail is also a region-based service, but actually we are capturing of complete regions. Okay, so remember that. Yeah, and here I will again switch back to the CloudWatch service page. In this one, we should see a log group being generated now automatically because of the CloudTrail configurations. Why? Because in CloudTrail configurations, we have opted in creating a log groups. You see the log group is been created right now. So if I open this log groups, we should see some streams being generated, right? So underneath the log groups, it actually generates a stream. In the sense, a log group is a collection of multiple stream. Stream means what? It's a passage through which some certain set of the events gets pushed into this one. So that's what a stream is means underneath the log groups, right? So if you see here, as of now, it has not yet started the stream. As I said, it takes some time. So we need to wait a couple of minutes. So I'm gonna just go to the log groups, keep on refreshing it. Meantime, yeah. And once the streaming starts, we have to create a metric filter on that particular. Okay. So if I go to let me go to the CloudTrail again. So I'm gonna do a task here. So say CloudTrail. I'm gonna go back to the CloudTrail. Click on the CloudTrail again. We're gonna have here. So basically, just wait a minute here. And basically you see the logging, the trail logging, it's currently in the logging state. So we should see some trails being generated here. So I'm going to refresh it again. All right, so looks like I need to refresh the complete page here. So I'm just doing that for you. Once the log capturing starts from the trail and pushes the logs into the CloudWatch log groups, then only I can go ahead and do the next job. Yeah. So if I go to and so here you go, right? So it looks like it has started. Earlier we saw only one trail with the name this one. Now it has started to create the other streams as well. If I click on this one, we should see some events. Okay, so looks like that stream is not yet capturing the logs. But if we go to the another streams, here you go, right? So basically, it has the started to capture the events. You see, if I open this one. See, I believe that you have already seen how does the CloudTrail looks actually, and so exactly the same format is been captured underneath the CloudWatch log groups as well, right? If you see here, so it's just a trail information. So trail has its own schema. The trail event has its own schema, that is event version, identity. Then you have a time, event source, event name, right? So event is list tags. Right, reason, blah blah. Okay, so we are doing all these operations. Okay, so basically all these things that you see here is now started to streaming. In the sense, the CloudTrail is started to stream the logs into the CloudWatch log groups. Okay, so yeah, so you see it has started to create two as well. So basically, all right. So we have done with the the step that is configuring the CloudTrail and let the CloudTrail to push the logs into the CloudWatch log groups. That has been done. Now we need to do these configuration, that is creating the metric filter on the log group, right? And then on top of the metric filter, you can create alarms with using SNS Topic. So let's go to the metric filters. Click on the metric filters, yeah. Or basically you can do like this. So okay, so if I go to the all metrics, go to the log groups, okay. To create the custom metric filters, you have to go to the log streams and there is actions, and here if you see here, create a metric filter. So I'm going to click on that, and here in this one define the pattern. In the sense, what does that pattern means? So if I can open this in a 2 tabs, I'm going to show you how you need to identify what is the pattern that you need to define, right? So to do that, what you have to do is you go back to the trail again, go back to the trail and click on this one. So let me open one event randomly. So I'm just clicking on this one. Here you see, you need to use this JSON object. So this is a JSON, right? So our dictionary in Python word, yeah. So in this JSON, you have to use these keys values and frame a particular pattern. In the sense, say $.event name equal to get bucket replication, right? Something like that, yeah. So I have already pre-created something like this. So for example, say you need to put a filter something like this, that is a square, that is the flower bracket open, flower bracket close, yeah. Underneath that you have to use the braces, that is open the brace and close the brace, $.event name. So what is this event name is all about? So if you go here and try to do the control F here, so this is the event name. So in the sense, whenever there is a trailing happens or whenever there is an event is been registered, so you will have the name of the event, okay, and this value has to be captured here. In the sense, if event name equal to this and this condition, I need the alert. Okay, so that kind of a schema you can form it, which is actually a pattern of the metric filter, yeah. So that's the reason what I did is I'm making it very generic. Basically, just somebody goes to the log stream and describes the log stream. I need to know that alert is been generated, okay. And here you have the another one topic, that is recipient account ID. So if you go to the particular this one, right? So this is nothing but a recipient account ID is nothing but the account where the log is actually been configured. Okay, so that is nothing but this is my account, that is ending with 1133. That is my account. Yeah. So all right, so this is how the pattern I created. Hope that you understood. So let's go and use the same here to create a metric filter. So I'm just going to use the same pattern. So if you see here, once you put the pattern, it also gives, AWS gives you option to test if something is returning. It says, no zero matches found. Okay, so because I didn't select the right log frame. Yeah, if I select the stream 3, so you see there is a stream is been in the sense there is some matching is there with this option. Yeah, and that is what I want. Okay, so basically it means that the pattern that you have chosen, it makes sense. Yeah, when when you click on the test pattern, if it is returning something, so basically it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense to use that pattern. Yeah, that's what it means. And then comes the next configuration. So next configuration, you can keep it like the name of the metric filter. So let me call it as a Cloud Quick Lab demo. Yeah, so Cloud Quick or so here the metric filter name you need to give very clearly. So let's say Cloud Quick Labs. No, so let me give the names like Cloud Quick Labs demo, and here namespace. So you can give the generic namespace. So namespace is something like this. So for example, say the filter, say filter the metric, filter the log group describe. Yeah, so filter the log group describe. You can give it like this. Filter the log group describe. Yeah, and then metric name. So the name of the metric name must identify must equal to something. Yeah. Okay. All right. So basically, this is something like you can give the generic name. So metric details in the sense whatever the metric you are collecting. So you want to do some more some more configuration that you can give it here. So it says the metric name identifies the metric that is must be unique within the namespace. Okay. All right. So then you have the metric value. The metric value is value pushed to the metrics filter pattern. Okay. All right. So here the describe. So describe does not needs to have anything. So you can give it the metric name like. So metric name says is the container. In that one, what is you are actually measuring, right? So let me call it as a log task. Yeah. So that is my metric name. If somebody is doing some log task that I need to know. So what is a log group? That is describe log. Yeah. So let me just give a describe logs. Yeah. All right. So I just given very generic name. So with this, it says it says that is a valid value. So in the sense valid value. Okay, I need to give small letter sense. So let me give like this logs, describe logs. Yeah. So looks like it is not filtering. So let me see how to create metric filter in CloudWatch. So I just scanned something. So let me use this one metric filter. I'm gonna go to the creating the custom metric filter alarms. So there is a certain pattern which we need to know. So basically here I don't know. So that's the reason I'm just going here, creating a CloudWatch alarm. So if you go here, CloudWatch metrics, and then the CloudWatch creating the CloudWatch alarms, metric filter. So if we go here, the metric filters. So we need to know the metric filters basically. Metric filter. Okay, so metric filter. How can I push the metric filter? Create a metric. How to create a custom metric filter in CloudWatch groups? Yeah. So just let me search it again, and we should see something. CloudWatch alarm using the metric custom metric filters. I'm gonna click on this one. Creating the metric filter. Okay, so just see create metric filter. Create metric filter. Create metric filter. So let me type this like this. Create metric filter in CloudWatch log groups. And here we go. So I have so why I'm getting a problem is because basically it has certain pattern need to be followed. Okay, then only it will work. Yeah. So if you see here, action is create metric filter, then size, create new one, metric namespace, create a namespace, event log count. If you see here, so we are just pattern is this one, event is this one. Yeah, then the metric is my app name, namespace is this one, value is this one. Metric value, let me say, yeah, just a number. Okay, basically we need to provide some metric value equal to numbers. Yeah, say numbers. I just keep it as a number. Yeah. Now here you go. It has choosing the values. Create metric filter. Yeah. So basically, what we did is this. You see, I have created something here. That is just a metric filter is nothing but it's kind of a filtering criteria that you are configuring on the log group, which actually helps you to do the which actually helps you to filter out the logs. Okay, so if you go to the metric filters, all metric filters, we should see the metric filter, that is a CloudWatch metric filter that we created for us with no metrics, and you see it has started to capture some logs, because if I go to the trails, if I go to the log groups and go to the logs, click on this one, logs, and then once you click on this one, this is where actually the describe the log stream means. Yeah, so whatever value we have kept is describe log stream task. Okay, so if you go here and see whatever operation it is happening, that is nothing but a describe operation. Yeah, and it actually working. Okay, so how I'm confirming that it is working is basically, if you go here and go to the all and then click on this one, you see the count is actually matching. Yeah, which means that it has actually started to capture certain logs basically, right? All right, so we go this one, so we are done with the console log count actually. Yeah, all right, so I will go to the alarm. So we are done with the configuring the metric filter. So now after the metric filters, you need to configure the alarms. Yeah, so for that case, I'm going underneath the alarms and click on the create alarms and select the metric. So in the metrics, when you click on the select metrics, it actually brings you to the metric page. Okay, so I'm going to select this one, so it will take you to select this log count, actually console log count. I'll just go ahead. Yeah, and once you have selected that, basically this is where the page actually comes to you here. So here you see the namespace is CloudTrail metrics. These are the metric log console count. Average is something like 10. Yeah, so I'm going to select the very minimum because I wanted to show you the real time, right? So I'm just going to select the 10 seconds, and in the conditions, so conditions tells you how much the what is the polling interval basically. I'm saying that I need an average, at least average one event in the second of 10, in the sense within a span of 10 seconds, if there is a count of event equal to 1, then trigger a particular email. Okay, so that is what this means. Okay, to make it more frequent, because I want to show that that it generates an alert, so I'm going to keep it the criteria, the condition like this, saying like if the value of the event is greater than 0, which is nothing but at least 1, then it has to trigger a alarm. Yeah, so that's what the configuration is. And I click on next. In the next, you see the configuration actions, in the sense once there is a condition is satisfied, it generated alarm, then what you need to do on the alarm side. So you need to send that alarm to the where, to the particular destination, to an inbox here. Okay, so here I want that particular notification to be sent to an inbox, so that a particular AWS user can use it, yeah, or view it. Yeah, so here alarm state triggers alarm, select SNS topic. So I'm gonna tell this alarm to, hey alarm, go ahead and create this alarm default topic to me. Yeah, so basically whenever there is an alarm generated, I want it to notified to a SNS topic. So for that case, I created a topic here, and then I'm gonna whenever there is a SNS topic is created, we need to subscribe to that topic, right? And to the subscription here endpoint here is a email address. So here I'm going to give my email address here. So once you give this email address, the SNS actually send an email to your inbox to accept the SNS subscription basically, right? So this is my address. I'm gonna create a topic. I'm gonna create an topic here, right? And if I go to my inbox, so this is my inbox actually. If I refresh it, I should see a notification. Here you go, right? So basically it telling me that hey, you have you have a notification which is actually telling you to subscribe to this particular SNS topic. Then I'm going to click on confirm that. So you see I have confirmed my subscription. So if I go to the SNS, okay, remember that I have not yet completed the alarm configurations, but I'm parallelly showing that what are all the changes that happens in a AWS account. So for that case, I'm gonna go to the topics again. I'm in a SNS page. This is my AWS SNS page, belongs to the North Virginia region. So this is the SNS topic that got created. How it is got created, I'm gonna show you that. If I can select here, do a Control F here. Here you go. The same topic is been created here, and it has a subscription. Okay, so if I go here and open this one, it has a subscriber, right? So you see the subscription is belongs to my email address, which I just now confirmed. Yeah. All right. So with that note, in the sense the required configuration at the SNS side is pre-done, in the sense it is ready-madely done by the alarm configurations actually. Okay. All right. So we are done with the default CloudWatch alarms. Yeah. we created a topic under SNS, we subscribed it to my email address, yeah. And the rest all configuration, I'm going to keep it default. So let's go to the next one. So let me call it as a alarm name. So the alarm name is saying like, I will just make it very, very meaningful name of the alarm, that is describe. Hey, I will just say, hey, somebody. So hey, somebody described, described log stream in your account, yeah. Log stream in your account. So log stream in your account, yeah. So let me make this name of my alert, yeah. And this is the, this is like alarm description. You can put it a description saying like, I'm gonna just saying hi subscriber. I will say hi subscriber. Hi subscriber. Hi subscriber, you have a notification. Saying that somebody has subscribed, somebody has described, not subscribed, sorry. So described, yeah, described your CloudWatch log groups, yeah. So CloudWatch log groups. So basically this is very generic, right? This is very generic email. So I'm just say thanks and regards, thanks and regards, say AWS notifications, yeah. Say AWS monitoring, yeah. You can call it as, you can use it as a monitoring solution. So basically just call it as AWS monitoring solutions, okay. All right, so we have configured this much. I'm going to keep it very simple now and click on create alarm, yeah. All right, so basically with this configuration you are all set, right? So if I go to the all alarms, so you see, right, currently I just click on this, and if you go to the history, so currently it has updated the configuration. And if we see here and refresh the inbox, basically it should so currently there is no inbox, there is no there is no notification in my inbox, and you can find the notification being sent whenever there is a particular the metric filter is met. So if I go to the metric filters back again to the explorer, so sorry, to the all metrics, I go to the browser and all metrics. In the all metrics, we are actually filtering, saying like, if somebody is doing this job, that is somebody is describing the log stream, then it will generate an event and which will actually trigger an email to me, yeah. So all right, so I will go to the to do that, I will go to the my CloudWatch. So this is my CloudWatch service actually, and in this one I'm going to go to the log groups, yeah. So I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to, why I'm doing this one is so that actually I make a event called describe log stream, okay. So I'm going to show you that this event been generated in the trail as well, and that has triggered alarm as well. So if I go to the my actually the CloudTrail, and if I go to click on this one, so basically I did a describe operation, yeah, and I click on this one, right. So I've just click on, I want to see some events, okay. Here you go. So basically these are all the tasks that I'm going to do here. So I'm going to do it a couple of times so that I should see an email, okay. So I'm just going to describe it, right. Let's see if the notification has been sent here, and how we can see is we need to go to the alarms, yeah, and go to the all alarms. So click on this one and go to the history. So basically it's actually not at changing, so I just need to wait for some time. So currently it is in a you see currently it's a configuration update status, yeah. I'm gonna go to the refresh here, so just say refresh. Hope that it's currently actually whenever you configure the alarm, it will take some couple of minutes, and then it starts to stream the logs, okay. So if I go here, while it is changing the state, okay, it says insufficient data because actually there is no data being populated yet, right. So I'm gonna go to the history now, and parent alarm, so there is no alarms actually. And now meantime, let me go to the trails and see the event history, and we need to check whether that event has been generated, that is log stream describe has been generated, and we are checking from the 30 minutes back, okay. So I need to capture the log stream has been generated. You see that it has been generated a minute back, and this should trigger our alarm actually. So if I go to the refresh it, basically I should see that the action that is in alarm, yeah. So if I go to this one in alarm, so yeah, so action is enabled, insufficient data, right. So basically this is how it actually takes some time actually, yeah, and we need to wait for a couple of minutes, and after the couple of minutes you should see an email being generating here, okay. So Yeah, so that is what it actually happening. So if I open this one, I'm gonna see that the changing in the history, insufficient data. So basically it's actually telling that insufficient data. And so this is actually we have we have come to a stage where actually the required configuration that you need to be done via this configuration, and eventually with this setup you're gonna see a result here basically. So that's the reason we're gonna wait for 30 more seconds. If it is not coming, that's also fine. Trust me that it's going to work ahead. So you need to do the same pattern for your configuration and it's going to work you for you as well. Yeah. So if we go to the metric filters again, and I'm going to show you that whether the metric filter has collected something. And here you go. So basically, and if I collect this one, you see there is a notification being sent here at this time, that is UTC time, and after that it has not collected something. And if I go to the metric alarms, in the alarm, so I'm going to show that the alarms and this one alarms. And in this one alarm we can do the action. So if you see the actions, I'm going to check the edit it again. So why I'm editing it? Because maybe I have missed something. Okay, so basically this is a metric filter, this is a static, this is an average. Yeah, this is an average. Average. Okay, so I should not be say average, or say minimum or maximum periods. Okay, and then let it be 0. Yeah, so let it be 0, or let it be average, whatever it is. Sum equal to, yeah, so sum equal to 0, and then I'm gonna go to the next, click on next. And here in alarm, so I think everything is fine for us. So alarm topics is this one, default topics, not default topics. Basically we have the alarm topic, that is default topic has been created. Click next. Yeah, and this is the preview. So this is how the looks, the alarm looks. I have refreshed it again so that it starts to work. The configuration is updated. Basically it should stream the logs. Okay, I'm gonna go to the metric filters. Then in the metric filter you see I'm gonna back to this configurations, and we should see metric filter. There is a filter log group describe. Yeah, so this has been created. And yeah, so if I go to this one, do I have the logs? Okay, so logs are being streaming here, both the sides. Yeah. Okay, so let me see if I got an email basically. So it should have an email bill till now. Here you go, we have some emails here. It's this name. So basically whenever, no, what I mean to say is whenever there is an operation is met, you're gonna see the alarm something like this. Yeah. All right, so while it takes some time and I don't want to elaborate this discussion ahead, so I want to conclude here basically. And if you wait for a couple of minutes, this will going to generate an email which would look something like this. Okay, saying like alarm, and this is where you're gonna see the the message saying like, hey, there you have some particular notification. Yeah, and the body of the format would look something like this. Okay, and eventually you're gonna have the notification being generated and being sent to your inbox in this fashion, and you should see a particular notification which is sent in this format. Yeah. All right, so with that note, I have successfully completed the things need to be shown in this video. Finally, a kind request, please do subscribe my channel. That would really encourage me a lot. So with that note, thank you, thanks a lot, and see you in the next video.